Welcome, race fans. It's another Friday night, and we're live from Kentucky Speedway. Tonight it's going to be me, J.D. Webb, the Cowboy, along with Mike Conti, revving up for a great broadcast tonight. Dakota Ehrman, he'll be calling the action from pit road. I'll tell you what, ain't no better to have down there collecting information from the crew chiefs down there. And, of course, Magic Fingers himself, a legend in sim broadcasting, pioneering the first dual-camera broadcast seen right here live on ETV Live, John Westling, working the cameras for you tonight. Jared Crawford continues to strengthen his lead over David Cater, who started 10th last week at Richmond, only managed to move up 2 places to finish 8th. Brad Mayhar, who sits 3rd, finished inside the top 5, continues his pursuit as well. Why don't we go ahead and take you down through the points, and we'll let you know who's who and who's where here in the Friday night showdown here coming from Kentucky. Jared Crawford, he's standing at the top of the heap up here, Cowboy. 327 points to the good side, but 44 points behind him. Sitting in second is going to be David Cater. Now, David Cater not getting the finish that he would have liked to have had last week at Richmond. He finished 8th. David Cater sitting 44 behind Jared Crawford. Brad Mayhar, outstanding runner at Richmond last week, Cowboy, finished in the top 5. He's 45 points behind Jared Crawford, looking for a good night at Kentucky here tonight. Ryan Engel, no movement here this week, Cowboy, 73 points behind Jared Crawford up there on the top. In 5th place, Anthony Kernich, no movement for him either, 77 points behind the leader. And down here in 6th position, guys, with a pretty decent run last week, Chad Lawton, who started 2nd, finished inside the top 10, 7th. In 6th position here, 83 points behind the leader. And then let's take it on down to E.J. O'Rourke. Hollywood O'Rourke slipping down a couple of notches this week, 92 points behind the leader up here. Finished a poor 23rd last week at Richmond. Had a little ups and downs in Kentucky for sure. Brandon Bowie is that down a position week, guys, sitting in 8th position, finished 19th, 94 points behind the leader. 9th position, John Bunton, down a couple of notches as well, finished in 21st last week at Richmond, guys, 96 points behind the leader. Rounding out top 10 here for the Friday night showdown is going to be Jeffrey Parker. He's up a couple of notches this week, Cowboy, 102 points behind the leader. So there it is, guys. That's your point setting coming into Kentucky here tonight. Next question, can Jared Crawford be beat? I'll tell you what, word has it that ETV Live, Michael Conti, has put a bounty on the first man who can whoop Jared Crawford's butt.
Well, I hope ETV's forking over the money for that, because I sure am not. But, you know, he's really been dominant, JD, the whole season. I mean, he usually qualifies in the pole and doesn't look back. The only person we've really seen battle him all year is Tyler Hudson. He's actually defeated him a couple times. But, you know, you can't let Jared get out front, because once he's there, there's no looking back for him.
Copy that. We're going to go ahead and set it on down trackside for the national anthem by the Cactus Cuties.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh,
with ETV Live, and let me tell you something. If it's too big for the pickup truck and you need to move it, there's only one trucking company you need to call, and don't bother with the Yellow Pages, cowboy. I'll give you that number in a minute. Manufactured goods, automotive, technical equipment, furniture, even if you need a reefer, Gary Mercer Trucking Incorporated is the only choice, cowboy. With locations in Mississauga, Ontario, Canada, Rancho Cucamonga, California, if you need to move it, store it, and keep it cold, you need to call Gary Mercer Trucking Incorporated. Long haul, short haul, or just across town, Gary Mercer has the best trained and qualified drivers to get your load from point A to point B with professionalism and on time. So remember, Hoss, if it don't fit in a pickup truck, you're going to need a real truck, cowboy. Sponsors of ETV Live's Friday Night Showdown, Gary Mercer Trucking Incorporated, 1-800-668-2980. All right, and we are back here live under the lights here at Kentucky Speedway. Let's take it on down to Dakota Ehrman down on pit road. Dakota, what are you hearing from the crew chiefs down there, bud?
Well, tonight they're just fighting over the bumps, about 42 to 48 laps, depending on the gears. You're going to see some guys trying to go one stop throughout the race, and that could play into it. But tires are going to be decently important tonight, JD.
All right, Matthew Close off here tonight. Had to take a day off, but Dakota Ehrman, I'll tell you, the best in the West, cowboy, calling the action from pit road down there, and nobody does it better. So let's take it on down to the grid here as they start warming up those motors here on pit road. They'll be pulling away here just momentarily. 100 laps on the board. Let's take them through the lineup. Jared Crawford, no change here, cowboy. It seems like Jared Crawford always starting up front. He'll be occupying that pole position. Of course, on the outside is going to be Jason Carveledge. We've seen him up front here before as well.
It's actually a C2C sweep of the top 4 spots. You got Doucette in 3rd and Lawton starting in P4.
And starting in 5th tonight is going to be Jarltine in 7th position on the outside. Dustin Montgomery.
Starting in 7th position will be Devin Hall, and outside of him will be Justin Brooks.
Armando Vargas in that 16 machine. He'll be starting in 9th on the inside. On the outside in 10th position in number 3, Casey Malone.
Phil Juring in the 11 car starting P11, and outside of him, Brad Mayhar in the 10 starting P12.
Lee Heron starting 13th in the 14 car tonight. On the outside of him, John Bunton in the 23 starting 14th.
Look for Justin Thompson starting 15th to charge up through the field, and on the outside of him is DWC road driver Alexia Loma.
Andrew Shirley, he'll be starting in 17th on the inside and 26th on the outside. In 18th position, Hollywood E.J. O'Rourke.
Starting behind them is Brian Macklin in the KPM car, and Dwayne Vincent starting in 20th.
Joshua Gerald, he'll be starting in 21st position and 22nd on the outside. Michael Gust.
P23 is Rob Ackley, and on the outside of him is the 19 of Steve Anzini.
And Brandon Bowie, he'll be starting on the inside on a tail end with Malik Ray back here in 26th position, cowboy. 100 laps on the board as we come through turn 4. Pace car is getting ready to make that sharp left-hand turn. There he goes, heading down pit road. So sucking the belt up tight one more time here, cowboy, as we get going green here at Kentucky Speedway here tonight for 100 laps of racing, and we're off and running.
I got Jared getting a good start once again. Not like he ever doesn't. And we got them all jockeying for position, starting in 3rd and 4th. They're side by side down to these corners. And you know what, JD? This track is really known for side-by-side racing. The bottom is very bumpy, so you can pin someone down there, kind of like what we saw at Vegas in turn 1 and 2, and hold them up and get some good runs off the top. So definitely going to be a lot of side-by-side racing here tonight, buddy. We got a wreck back here. Joing already around turn 3. Caution is out. Phil around in turn number 3.
All right, Phil Juring back in the saddle again from an extended absence, guys. Phil Juring bringing the first caution out here at Kentucky. Roll back here and take a look. Don't know if I saw somebody else involved in that too, guys. I think he might have had some help. It certainly did. Let's throw it on down to the bad boy, John Westling, for the E-Wine.
Yeah, let's see what brings out this early caution here tonight, guys. We're not used to, on Friday night, seeing a caution until, what, about lap 30 or 40, Mike Conti, at least. It looks like the 14's going to help that 11 car around, guys. Then he's going to get a big plow from one of them pony car is a 17 machine, guys. And that's E.J. O'Rourke.
Yeah, poor EJ. He was looking to have a good run tonight, and unfortunately that damage is going to be the end of his night. Looks like he blew something up in the motor. He's smoking pretty bad back there.
Yeah, it looked like a broadside hit on the 11 machine up here, guys. Rolling it back here on my monitor. E.J. O'Rourke, just a really nothing and nowhere to go cowboy as the 11 comes off the wall, and then 17 car plows right in broadside to driver's side doors there. So E.J. O'Rourke in early trouble here with a lot of smoke coming up from underneath the hood of that number 17 machine here, cowboy. Don't know whether he's going to be able to get that thing finished here, fixed here or not. E.J. O'Rourke, of course, not with the finish he was expected to have last week at Richmond, finishing 23rd. Looking good in the early stages, hoping for a little bit of redemption here tonight, Mike.
You know what? He didn't get a good qualifying run in that, relegated him back to the 18th position to start. And when you start back there, I mean, we've had some really clean races the past 4 or 5 weeks, but there's always that, chance that there's going to be something to happen. And if you're back there, you're more than likely to going to get into it. So they're probably going to try to get that car a little bit better in qualifying trim for next week, I'd have to think.
You bet. All right, first caution coming out here for the night, guys, at Kentucky Speedway. And any word from pit road down there, Dakota?
Yeah, several guys from the rear of the field coming down pit road. Those guys might include Dwayne Vincent, Brandon Bowie, Steven Zinzi, Malik Ray, John Button. I think that was it, but most cars just coming down 4 tires and filling up the tank real quick, JD.
All right, and checking the chat room over here, guys. Always like to make light of the chat room over here with our ETV Live fans. Of course, that little tiny writing in that new chat room over here. I got to put my glasses on to see who's in here tonight. Looks like Kane along for the ride. I think he's been here before. Rob Mayhar, of course. Tim, welcome to the show here tonight. ETV Live presentation of the Friday night showdown here at Kentucky Speedway here tonight. Jared Crawford, guys, spend a minute or two. I've been watching the races. Of course, usually do the engineer's job here on Friday nights for David Bass and Michael Conti, but Jared Crawford, guys, I mean, this cat seems to be unbeatable, Mike.
Well, he's really fast this season, and what they did was they paired up with David Cater, who doesn't seem to be in the field tonight, and what David was able to bring for them was a little bit of comfort to their setups that were already fast. So that one machine is very fast and very comfortable, so he's able to really hold that thing over a long run really quickly. So, all those cars up there, the top 4, they're all on the same team. They're all sharing setups and ideas, and it really looks like they've got the monopoly on this series right now.
David Cater finishing 8th last week at Richmond. He started 10th, so only moving up a couple of positions at Richmond, but still occupying that second seat. Now, I believe this week he slipped down a little bit in the distance. Now, he's only 44 points behind Jared Crawford, but I think last week going into Richmond, he was something like 20 points or something to that effect. So Crawford opening up the points distance here on Cater just a little bit, so we'll see how that is out. But Brad Mayhar, who finished 4th at Richmond, he's only 1 point behind David Cater. So, and I know Mayhar is here at Kentucky here tonight, so this might be a good points race for Brad Mayhar tonight.
Definitely. I'm going to have to think that David might be in that second split if he is racing, so he's going to try to get up there and get them guys tonight. But we're going back to green right here. Jared gets another good start. 2's going to drop in behind him. The 15's going to try to go 3 wide right here, but he thought better of that, and they're going to fight down the turn 1 side by side. They're side by side, a bunch of rows back, and like I said, plenty side by side room here tonight racing. And they almost touched going in there, but they're making it happen, and they're working turn 2 right now.
It almost looked like the 15 car was almost going to take it 3 wide. Thought the better of it. Moves to the outside, and here comes the 1 car of Dustin Montgomery back here in 6th position. As we get to rolling here, try to get this first lap under our belt. 15 going up high, coming down the front stretch, off turn 4. 15 working hard on that top line up there, and Dustin Montgomery not able to get to position. And as the 8 car slams the door on the 15.
Yeah, they are they're really driving real hard right now. 15 tried to, whoa, Armando, hang on to it. There he goes, good save back there. But they're racing real hard right now for lap 6. They didn't have any cautions last week. We already have one, and they keep racing like this. We might have a second one, but, as he slides up, oh boy, they do not want to give it up right there, JD.
Oh, I'll tell you what, and, Justin Brooks, he's sitting back here in 6th position, watching all that happen out there in front of him. As the 15 and they'll start duking it out here on lap 5 lap 7, guys. And I tell you what, that one's just waiting to happen. But Justin Brooks looking on the inside of the 1 car, thinking about a 3 wide. Cowboy, hold that pony back. Let those 2 in front of them duke it out here a little bit more. But moving back through the field here a little bit, that seems to be pretty much the only action happening up there, as these guys put 7 laps on in the books.
Brooks tried to hit the mega jump down there, but he tried to get on the bottom of 15, went on the apron. There's a big bump down there that these cars don't like with the spring packages they run, and kind of got him a little bit sideways, as they'd say, or cattywampus, but he saved it. Now Lawton's going to go back to the inside of him, take that spot over, and it looks like you have Casey Malone up in the 2nd groove back there trying to fight off the 5 of Devin Hall, who's been very quick here this week, so look for him to start moving up. But yeah, it looks like they're starting to get single file at JD. Maybe they want to log some laps before they start to do anything too crazy.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, with only 9 laps in the book so far here tonight, 100 laps on the board, back here in 10th position, the number 10 car, Brad Mayhar. He was sneaking up on the bumper of Devin Hall, but I think he probably got a little bit of chatter from his crew chief. Says, hey, dude, just back it down. Lots of laps to go here yet. Just watch your P's and Q's here as he pulls up on, as Devin Hall actually pulls up on the number 3 car here.
Yeah, they are side by side. Looks like Malone is going to yield and let Devin go. I'm also looking at Alexi Loma right now, and he just made the pass in the 14 of Lee Heron and is working on the 18 of Thompson right now, who started pretty deep in the field. So he's already up about a couple spots for Thompson, about 3 spots, so he's moving his way up. Alexi is too, so a couple cars coming to the front right there. So get another side-by-side battle back here, JD, I'm looking at. He's the 12 and the 14 down side-by-side into turn 1, and 12 is going to take that spot, and that'll move him into third.
Go ahead. I was actually watching that same battle there at 12 and 14. Joshua Gerald doing a nice job making the pass on Lee Heron back here for position. So I'll tell you what, little by little here, and that's the way it's done. You know, you look for that, of course, set that next short-term goal, see what you got to do to get around the next one in front of you. But way up in front, let's take it up to 11. Trying to chase down Casey Malone up here. He's got the 10 car, Brad Mayhar, up on the outside, coming off of turn 2, down the backstretch here, bringing the 22 with him back here for a little bit of a battle.
Yeah, it looks like they're racing hard right now. Thompson is going to make the move, and so is Lexi, and we're going to send it down to Dakota on pit road.
Yeah, guys, the EJ O'Rourke's crew just did a little bit of damage. They got the engine to quit smoking. They sent his car back out. I do not believe he went a lap down, but he is so far off the pace. The leader is about to put him a lap down. Watch for that car to possibly pull over or let these cars go. Here as he is pulling over. Back up to you guys.
Yeah, you bet. You know, EJ Hollywood O'Rourke, as we like to call him, he's a big ETV Live fan, and I know he's a very respectable race car driver, and you know, but I've also seen him put the pressure on when it needs to be put on. But EJ O'Rourke running the risk of going down a lap here, Mike.
Yeah, JD, I'm actually looking at the battle for looks like the 6th and 7th position right now, with Jarl and Justin Brooks, and Brooks passed Jarl. And Jarl's been racing real hard tonight in that 15. He crossed him back over, took the spot back, and that would actually almost be the 2nd spot that the 15's lost in a couple laps. Chad got by him too. Now Justin's going to lose the spot to Devin Hall, who is going to move up to the 6th position right there, I believe, or 7th, somewhere in there. We're going to have to wait for timing and scoring to fix itself here, but a couple cars moving up and a couple cars going back here. Tires are really important, like Dakota said, and it looks like we have a caution on the track.
All right, caution number 2 coming out on the track. Let's see if we can roll it around and find out who it was that brought. All right, I'm hearing it's the 19 machine. Ooh, into the wall too, guys. Took the back end of the wall, roll it around here on the monitor to see, work the buttons here and see what happened. Looks like he found the banana peel, John. It just went on around. Let's send it on out to Magic Fingers for the E-Wine.
I believe, guys, he was out back here all by himself, kind of in between a pack of a couple cars, 23s in front of him. I think he's just going to come to this corner and lose it all on his own, guys. And that was a really quick spin, too. I mean, he just flat lost it. Gonna slide her into the outside wall, guys.
You know, JD, that looked like a case of he got down the flat there. 3 and 4's kind of got a flat section on the bottom, then it banks a little bit. So you got those left side tires down there trying to find some grip, and bit a little bit too much off right there and spun it around into the wall.
You bet. We usually call that an E-ticket ride here on ETV Live. So the 19 machine, Steve, and I want to make an attempt at this last name, Cowboy. I'll tell you what, Zenzi?
Zenyi? I don't know. We're going to have to get a phonetic reading of that after the race. We're going to have to get in touch with him because I think we're butchering it, JD, but maybe we aren't. I don't know. I hope we aren't.
All right, let's send it on down to pit road. I know Dakota working solo down there, so we gave him a little bicycle with a motor on it. Cowboy, what do we got? Looks like they're all coming down pit road.
Everybody coming down. Tires are just about everything tonight. Jerry Crawford leading them down, 4 tires in field, no changes to that machine, very happy with it. Back in the back, I believe he was running 14th, around there, 14th, Brad Mayhar, complaining about a bunch of aero problems. Aerodynamics are everything tonight, guys. They're making these cars awful loose at times, so watch for that to play into what's going to happen here as you see guys trying to get up pit road now.
Looks like 4 tires for everyone up there, Dakota. I don't see anyone on 2. Crawford, top 3, 4. They definitely took 4, and looks like everyone took 4. No one's really going to take the chance of taking 2 yet, but maybe later in the race we might see that if we get a short stint to the end.
All right, that's going to be Richard Doucette with the quickest pit time for now. That's going to be 11 seconds, Cowboy. Second caution of the night here at Kentucky. Why don't we go ahead and step away? We'll take a quick commercial break. You're watching live ETV Live Friday night showdown at Kentucky. We'll be right back. Hey dude, are you ready to rock and roll? If that's cool, then you need to do it over at HD Radio Network. HD Radio Network, 4 stations broadcasting 24/7 with everything from metal favorites to the 80s classic rock like legendary Leonard Skinner, Electric Light Orchestra, Foreigner, and bone-rattling, skull-crushing rock and roll on hard driving radio. And partnered with Nuff World Simulation Gaming, check out the HD Radio Network's Nuff Radio with Bear Factory, Stone Temple Pilots, Def Leppard, and a whole lot more. HDRadionetwork.com. Take your pick and rock your brains out, dude. All right, and welcome back to the Friday night showdown here at Kentucky Speedway, guys. Before we get started, I want to tell you about something that's coming up here on July 5th. We are very proud to announce a very special broadcast airing on Thursday, July 5th. Join us at 7:30 p.m. Eastern for the Prader-Willi Syndrome charity race, sponsored in part by Paint the Yellow Racing, live from Talladega Superspeedway. If you have ever been so hungry only to be told that you can't have anything to eat. Tune in for a very special presentation on how this life-threatening disease affects 1 in 15,000 children each year. With a purse almost, let's see, read it from the script, JD. With a purse totaling almost $2,000, join us Thursday evening, July 5th, for this very special benefit race live on ETV Live at 7:30 p.m. So you do not want to miss out on Cowboy. Mark it on your calendar. 19 laps in the books, 2 cautions here at Kentucky, Dakota. What do we got so far?
Yeah, we was just talking back and forth, me and Michael Conti up there, and tonight there is no issue with tape. They can run 50% tape without a problem, even being in the back of the field. So tape is not really a factor tonight, guys.
But I believe, wasn't it last week? I thought I caught some of you guys talking last week about there was a couple of guys I think that blew up at Richmond last week. Did I not hear? Perhaps that might have been another race.
Must have been a different bat channel there.
Yeah, you know, I've done so many of them this week. I know that there was a problem I've done so many of them this week. Been so busy here at ETV Live, I can't remember. But I know that there was a problem with some tape issues. And in fact, I think one of the guys that I saw blowing up was actually E.J. O'Rourke, who's here tonight. But I know that they have had some experienced some problems with the tape here in the past, but apparently they've got that worked out. Engineers have got that all fixed up. But right now we're going to get back to racing. 19 laps in the book here in Kentucky. Pace car is going to pull off. Jared Crawford has the lead up here. He'll be bringing it to you with Jason Carvillage, Richard Doucette, Chad Lawton, and Devin Hall. Your top 5 on the restart here as the green flag comes out, and we are back to racing at Kentucky Speedway.
3 wide? Nope. Not going to happen. They were trying to go 3 wide back there. Somebody stacked up the bottom a little. That might have been that 5 car, but the first couple spots right here, and I got a couple cars sideways in the back, but everyone's going good so far, JD.
Yeah, I was just watching the Casey Malone back here in that number 3 machine.
Whoa!
A little bit out of shape coming off
Whoa,
the turn.
Boy. JD, big wreck. Someone just shot into 3 and 4 through the grass up into the wall. Big problem. 22 and 11, we're hearing. That would be Alexi Aloma, and the 11 car has already been in the wreck of Phil Druring, so I have to get John on that, see if he can't find that. But it looked like there's a couple more. There's a big wreck on the backstretch from what I can see on the screen here. It looks like a couple cars hooked in the back, and John's going to take it from there.
Let's see if we can pull this up, guys. All the way from the restart, which I believe it happened in the first turn. The restart wasn't very good to start with. The 3 checked up and forced the 12 to the outside, which almost shoved them in a 3 wide situation, and they're going to come into the first corner here, guys. I think we're going to see that 20 car. He's getting loose on the bottom. Yeah, it looks like the 22 just pulled down and shoved the 22 down, one of them cars down the track, and it forced 3 or 4 other down there, Dakota.
Looks like, looks like the 12 and the 22 connecting there. I'm kind of playing it again here on my monitor, trying to figure this out here. I'm not quite sure. It almost looks like the 12 might have got hung up on the wall, perhaps, or it actually looks like he comes down into the 22, turns the 22 around, and of course that starts the whole chain reaction in back of him involving a good number of cars.
Yeah, they might have been trying to slow him down into that corner a little bit, Josh and Alexi there, but just misjudged that and doored him pretty bad, and just everyone just got involved in the back. There's only a couple people that were lucky enough to get through it. Macklin looks like one. Maybe Steven back there got it. Dustin Montgomery went flying into the wall. Brad Mayhar, 3rd in points, got it. Armando got it. Andrew Shirley. A bunch of people back there involved in this one. So this is big wreck of the night. I'd say this is probably going to be our big one for tonight.
Yeah, and you know, I'm watching the 10 car, Brad Mayhar, roll it back far enough. The 12 and 22 going at it right in front of him, Cowboy. Brad Mayhar just narrowly misses that action. and gets out of shape, and he's lucky to get down off the track and finds the access road down here off the track. He's doing just fine, and then along comes a 14 machine, spins him out up the track, and then Mayhar gets just pounded by a couple of cars here tonight. So a lot of damage to that number 10, like he might have had it saved at taking that access road.
No, I don't know if their spotters were asleep up there or something. I don't know if they couldn't see because it was on the straightaway, but I mean, you had a couple people just flying through there. I mean, like they forgot, where that big brake pedal was on the left, maybe. I don't know, but just a lot of people piled into that. I guess it was in a bad spot, JD. It just a lot of people just flew right into it.
Well, the other thing too is, Mike, you kind of wonder where the spotter was. Car inside, car inside. How did the 12 and the 22 manage to get together in the first place? Kind of beyond me, but I guess when you're doing 130, 140 miles an hour, got your foot buried in the throttle after seeing that green flag. You've got 3-4 laps to get a position, and then you pretty much got to settle in and go for the ride here and hope for the best. But you try to work the first 3-4 laps, get that position because you're lined up too wide on these double file restarts. So cut those ponies loose, and they just kind of got away from them this time.
Yeah, I guess so. Just stinks. There's been a lot of clean races here the past couple weeks. This one has just been really just nasty. I mean, a lot of good racing, but when they wreck, they're wrecking big tonight. There's been a couple small wrecks, but that one was a big one. I haven't seen a big one like that on here probably since Charlotte back 3-4 weeks ago. John, you got something for us?
Yeah, Brad Mayhar, one of our top points runners here on Friday night, guys, on the Brennan Mercer trucking series. He's in very bad shape, guys. That car is dog-legging all the way down, and this is after his first pit stop. I know he's probably going to come back in and see if they can do something with that car, but he's definitely not going to be able to drive it like that.
I can't believe they even sent them back out there. You usually see you get a meatball flag on iRacing. If you're not familiar with it, you get a black flag with a little orange circle in the bottom of it. And it tells you got to come in, and usually with that kind of damage, they'll tell you that you're unsafe to go back out, and they'll just tell you to point to the garage, and you go back there and you stay there. But I guess Brad's damage is fixable somehow, some way, and he just tried to fix it himself and got it back straight a little bit more, and maybe his crew can take the rest from there. I don't know, but that's a lot of work for the crew right there, JD.
Well, remind me not to let Brad Mayhar work on my car after I crash it.
Right. Hey, tonight's broadcast being sponsored by Gary Mercer Trucking, Cowboy. And I tell you, like the commercial says, if your pickup truck is too small for the load, get a real truck to haul it. Sponsoring the Friday Night Showdown series live on ETV Live, Gary Mercer Trucking provides LTL options for hauling furniture, sensitive equipment, perishables, refrigerated products, and I'll bet you could even get a car hauler from them as well, with storage facilities in the U.S. and Canada. CT Pad approved, fast express drivers. Gary Mercer Trucking Incorporated is the choice to haul your load. Give the old pickup truck a rest. Call Gary Mercer Trucking, 800-668-2980. Hey, check them out, gmercer.com.
Yeah, I'm
ready to go back to green here, guys. Nothing's changed up in front. Jared Crawford, Jason Carver, Chad Lott, and Richard Doucette managing to get through all that melee back here a few laps ago as we get to green flag. And Jared Crawford, I don't know whether he, he got such a big run there. I think he might have kind of overstepped it there a little bit, do you think?
Nah, you know what, we had an interview with him quite a while back, and he said he doesn't like to go, which will definitely throw the guy outside of you off. So he just went a little bit earlier than he did last time, which is completely fine on here, and just caught Jason sleeping a little bit and got a couple car length lead on him right there.
I'll tell you what, he got a pretty big jump on that green flag. He knows how to get the job done for sure. Moving back through the field, pretty much single file back here to Devin Hall, 6th position back here, challenging the 15 for it up here as they go too wide into the turn. Coming off of turn 2, heading down the backstretch. Looks like the 5 called Devin Hall might have it, but the 15 coming back strong on that top side.
Yep, looks like the 15 is trying to hold the 5 down there as they get real close right there. Real close right there. I don't know if they touched or not, but it was real close. And Justin Brooks is just kind of looking back there again like he's been all race so far, just looking at a battle in front of him, and he doesn't know where to go, as though the 15 gives a little hello, how are you to the 5 right there.
And Casey Malone back here, 8th position, guys. He's watching the 20 and the 15 going at it here. Devin Hall makes a pass on the 15, jumps up to the outside, but now it's going to be Casey Malone's turn. He's looking for a way around the 20 and the 15. Contact coming off of turn 4 here. Going to head down the front stretch here. Well, almost making contact with the 20 machine up there. Of course, Casey Malone right on the bumper here. So we got a threesome working down going into turn 1 here. 15 car still fighting hard on the top side. And here comes Malone on the bottom. Going to make contact with the 20. Stays off his bumper through turn 2 going down the backstretch.
Oh, we got one on the wall. It looks like Macklin just ate the backstretch wall right there, but he's going to keep it straight. That's not good for him, though. That probably knocked the toe up pretty good. I think he's actually got a little bit of that wall glue right there, JD. He's not looking too good right now.
That's going to be Brian Macklin running in that 13 machine currently in 12th position as he tries to get that thing got it under control, but I tell you, getting his confidence back here a little bit. Going to have a little bit of damage on the right side of that machine, but Brian Macklin making contact with the wall there, of course, left a lot of red paint along the side of the wall. Hey, just kind of shake it off, cowboy, and get back to racing here. Macklin doing pretty good, looks like.
Yeah, he's back at the speed, and we're actually looking at a single-file freight train right now. Well, uh-oh, there goes the 15. Oh, is that the 15? Yeah, it looks like the 15. He saved it? Wow, 15 saved it right there. That's incredible. He was dead sideways right there.
See if we can't get that one back up on the E-Wine. It's going to be Jarl Tellin. I tell you what, cowboy, that's probably the good hands move of the night here tonight. Completely sideways down the front stretch. Oh, holy cow. I'll tell you what, drawers out as a bunch of them go past him. He hangs onto the car, gets it back up on the track, mash down on the throttle, get back to racing, cowboy. Jarl Tellin doing an outstanding job hanging onto that machine of his.
Yeah, it was definitely unique what he used right there. Which they're actually using a lot in the F1 cars now to save him. He kind of gave a little bit of brake when he was on the gas, and it pointed that nose back in the right direction, just counter-steered, and did a good job of saving it. Very good job by the 15 right there.
Kodak moment for that 15 machine for sure, but let's move out in front here a little bit. Jason Carwood trying to run down Jared Crawford. Carwood's about a half a second off of a Crawford up here. Now, I know I've seen Jason Carwood race before too. He's nothing to mess around with either. Jason Carwood certainly could be a big contender for Jared Crawford here at Kentucky tonight. Chad Lawton back here, and he's running about almost 7/10 of a second behind the leaders up here. But he's right on the bumper of Jason Carwood, so as long as he stays put there, he's got a good shot at following Carwood right up to the front, possibly challenge Crawford for the lead up here.
Oh yeah, just one big team freight train right now for them. Those top 4 all are on a team and probably on team speak together right now, just riding, trying to break away from the field. But you know, they're all running like 31.9s, 32.0s up there, 1s, and a lot of guys behind them are running pretty close. We got a problem back there.
Oh, 2 car in big trouble there. Let's take it on down to John. I think we've got it up on the E-Wine there. Or not.
Yeah, it looked like the 2 just got broadside right there, and Ford just hit him in the, that'd be the left front fender a little bit. But it looks like he's going to be okay. He didn't really hit anything too hard. That left front wheel might be a little bit bent, though.
All right, and that's going to be caution number 4 here at Kentucky, guys.
That's surprising. That really is. Karlovich, wow, that really is surprising. He's a front runner. He doesn't usually just lose it like that. The car must have been pretty loose for him to do that.
Yeah, no help. Something similar to the, I think it was a 19 car. He just, Finds that banana peel, and around he goes. A little bit of contact coming off the 14 machine. After the fact, of course, but of course that sent a bunch of them behind him scattering through the grass here. But caution number 4 coming out here at Kentucky Speedway, guys. Let's send it on down to Dakota Airman down on pit road down there, bud.
Everybody coming down for flyers. The report from Jason Karlovich's pit box. The car feels good. There's a few bumps on the track that seems to throw the car off, and that he just hit one of the bumps just wrong, and it just kind of spun his car out, guys. Casey Malone coming in, 4 tires and fuel. That car started 10th and is currently up to 6th spot. Watch him trying to move to the field, guys.
All right, good job down there on pit road, Dakota. Caution number 4 here at Kentucky Speedway. I need to go back here and check that buffet table out a little bit. We're going to go ahead and step away for a little commercial break. You're watching live ETV Live Friday night Showdown Shootout from Kentucky Speedway, so don't wander off. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back to Kentucky Speedway Friday night Showdown here. I'll tell you what, working the booth with Michael Conti, David Bass having some electrical issues here tonight. Dakota Ehrman down on pit road. Matthew Close off tonight, so we actually had to give the keys to that little scooter down on pit road for Dakota to get up and down pit road. But I'll tell you what, there ain't no better working pit road for you tonight, Dakota Ehrman. But back out here on the track, guys, working caution number 4. And this came on lap 33, the 2 car, just finding that banana peel and taking that e-ticket ride. But, you know, 1.5 mile track, Kentucky, I thought would have been a relatively easy track. Mike, what do you think going on out here tonight?
This whole week in this series has been pretty eventful. I guess to say there's been a lot of carnage this week. It's a very slick track. There's a lot of bumps. I mean, you see guys, front runners like Karlovich getting tripped up by it. So, you know, if you don't have the car set up straight, you're a little bit too loose, you're going to go around pretty easy, and that's really what we've seen tonight. A lot of self-spins, just turning into more carnage. So I think they've got a lot of the wrecking out of the way. I think hopefully we're going to see a little bit of a long green flag run right here. Maybe to the end, I don't know, but these are 26 of the best B-class racers or B-series racers out there, so they know how to get the job done, and I'm sure they're going to start to step it up a little bit here for the last, looks like 63 laps to go when they hit the line.
You bet. And I'll tell you what, if you missed it last night, you missed a terrific race here from Knoxville. We had the sprint car action here on ETV Live last night as we get the green flag. Cropper picking it up with Richard Doucette, Devin Hall, Jason Carver. There's nothing changing up in the front, Cowboy. We're going to keep an eye on this number 3 machine down here, Casey Malone. He's been moving up here little by little. He's back here in 6th position, Cowboy. So as they break down into a single file run back here behind the leaders, checking back the 14 machine, Lee Heron. He's had his problems here tonight as well. He and the 10 car mixing it up here. A couple of cautions to go as the 10 car tried to take some evasive action down the access road, and they got together during that accident. But the 14 looking pretty sharp here. That's going to be Lee Heron, currently running in 7th position.
We have a new 2nd place car, Devin Hall, who is not on a team with the 1 or the 8 or the 2 or any of them. So we got the party of C2C has been broken up here by the 5 cars. So that's cool to see. We'll have to see if you can stay up there. Looks like Jared might be slowly pulling away from everyone again, but it's good to see a couple different guys up here tonight. A lot of new faces. Oh, Justin Brooks. Oh boy. Yeah, there's something. I think they dropped a bunch of banana peels on an apron, JD. They're all getting sideways down there tonight.
Yeah, I tell you what, watching these guys, it appears that they try to get it out of the way the first maybe 3 or 4 laps before they settle into some single file racing. The 15 car, Jerry Tellen back here in 11th position, guys, got the 9 up on the outside, but he's been absolutely running down at, I believe that's going to be Justin Brooks, at 20 machine up here in front of him. The 9 still hanging on to the outside up here, going through the tri-oval here at Kentucky Speedway. So with some heavy-duty racing taking place here, 41 laps in the books, 100 on the board here tonight as the 20 and 9 come through turn 2.
Here comes Malone looking for 3rd. He's going to clear Doucette almost, not quite. And there he goes. Here comes the, oh boy. That's weird. You got 2 great Clips cars right next to each other, 2 twins. That's going to be hard to tell tonight.
O&R Snake joining us over here in the chat room. Hey, good to have you along for the ride here tonight, Cowboy. ETV Live, ain't no better place to be on a Friday night with a cold beer. But I'm still watching back here about the middle of the pack. Around 13th position, Chad Lawton back here. He was duking it out with, I believe that might have been the 6 car. My guess it was up on top. The 6 now pulling back here a little bit. Chad Lawton running in that number 4 machine. 13th position, looking pretty good here at Kentucky tonight.
Yeah, Chad, I think, is trying to get back up to the front here. We're here in the Doucette in that 8 car. Yep, 8 car. Is going backwards. The handling might have went away a little bit on that machine for him, so I think he's hoping for a caution right now. But the way they're going, it looks like they're starting to kind of single file out a little bit, sort of, kind of. Maybe they're going to try. Oh, Doucette just got real loose. Okay, so looks like Doucette's got a loose condition, JD. That's not good to have here.
I'll tell you what, I've been watching a lot of these guys getting out of shape here just a little bit, maybe pushing just a little bit too hard. Watching pit road down here, guys. Brad Mayhar just pulling out, and you remember Brad involved in the couple of cautions ago. A lot of damage to that number 10 machine as he comes back out on track, working down access road here out of the pit road. But Brad Mayhar, who finished 4th, good top 5 finish at Richmond last week, not having such a good night at Kentucky tonight.
Yeah, not at all. He got swept up in that early mayhem, and bunch of laps down now. Not going to be a good point tonight for him. He's just going to have to kind of hope that David in that 2nd split, if he is in there, isn't doing much better. But we had a really close call for 4 a couple laps ago. The 22 of Aloma got real loose, and ironically, the 12 who hit him on the straightaway before of Gerald kind of got to the back of him again. So it looks like they got mags on each other's cars tonight. They can't seem to get away from each other.
And 10th position, guys, Justin Brooks back here. Oh, contact! 15 going around. 20 and the 15 making contact. That's going to bring the caution out for the 5th time here at Kentucky, guys. And, these two have been going at it here for about a lap and a half. So this is going to be the 20 car of Justin Brooks and the 15 of Jarl Tellin. So I tell you what, these boys duking it out here, and coming down the backstretch, Mike, going into turn 3 here, and just looking for the real estate. Let's send it on down to Magic Fingers for the E-Wine.
Yeah, you're exactly right, JD. These two been battling out for a lap. You can see that 20 car working, trying to stay on that 15. It finally made contact. That 15's going to take a hard lick, guys, in the outside wall.
Really just close racing there. Looks like the 15 tried to crowd the 20, and the 20 didn't want to have anything of it and just sent it down on in there like he normally would. And one came down a little bit, one came up. Just not enough room given by each of them right there. I mean, we're not halfway yet, and they're racing each other like it's the last lap. So they're pretty mad at each other right now, from what I can hear on the radio. But you know, it's just if you're going to race that hard, you got to expect that to happen.
You bet. I'll tell you what, $20 to the person who can guess how many spins that 15 took going down the front stretch, Cowboy. Just kidding. I'll tell you what, that was an E-ticket ride for Jarl Tellin for sure. And I'll tell you, just kind of got to step out and clear your head a little bit. But that was certainly an E-ticket ride here for sure. 5th caution coming out here at Kentucky, guys. So I imagine that's going to take everybody down pit road one more time, Cowboys. Go down to Dakota Herman.
Yeah, guys, Brandon Bowie, who was running 4th before the caution, oddly staying out there. 4 tires are going to be much needed as Jared Crawford comes down and get 4. I believe Casey Malone lost a few spots. I think we might start seeing some guys possibly start taking 2 tires. But if you see that, you're going to know they're going to take some changes down with the wedge to help it turn. Another story, Richard Doucet, we were following about that. They're not sure why the car was acting like it was, but they think it might have been because he got passed and he was stuck in an aerodynamic situation that he just couldn't hang on to the car.
All right, and I'll tell you what, that's going to be 5th caution coming out here at Kentucky Speedway. Why don't we go ahead and step away? We'll take a real quick commercial break, and we'll see if we can't get Brad Mayhar up on the radio. So don't wander off, Cowboy. We'll be right back. All right, and we are back live at Kentucky Speedway, and tell you what, we're going to try to get Brad Mayhar on the radio. Brad, this is JD and Mike up in the booth. You got us, bud?
10-4, guys.
Hey, man, tough night at Kentucky here tonight. Seen you down there on pit road, and then pit crew working hard to get the sheet metal straightened out on that car. What's going on, bud?
She's tracking pretty bad after that huge pile up there. Knocked my toe out in the rear. Just can't get her straightened back out, so I'm just going to putt around.
Solid finish at Richmond last week, Cowboy. I tell you what, you're only 1 point behind David Cater. We understand that David Cater might be in the other split race here tonight, and I'm sure that's probably got to be on your mind as well.
Yeah, it is, but you know, it happens. Can't be good every week, I guess.
All right, I'll tell you what, I know you got your work cut out for you down there on track, so we're going to go ahead and cut you loose. Good luck, my friend.
Yep. Be ready, guys. There's going to be lots more in here, and they've all got one thing in common.
All right.
10-4.
All right, guys. And that was Brad Mayhar, and having a little bit of a conference coming through my ears here. We're going to try to do something here. I don't know that this has ever been done on TV either, so you might be witnessing a first here on ETV Live. One more time, Cowboy. ETV Live stepping up to the plate, so hang on to your hats. And I'm not going to let the dog out of the cage yet, but just stay tuned. Keep your eyes glued to that screen. 49 laps in the books. Working caution number 5 to 15 and a 20 car getting together. And Mike, it looks like it's been a tough night here in Kentucky tonight.
Yeah, it really has, and you know, it seems like, you know, I don't know if for anyone that watches the Sprint Cup Series, Joe Gibbs Racing has had a lot of problems the past couple of weeks with their cars getting into other cars, and a lot of people haven't been too happy with them. And it seems like the team of Rudy Motorsports tonight, a lot of people pointing the finger at them. So might be a brawl in the garage after the race, JD. A lot of people going at it right now, but hey, it's Kentucky. We're down south. It's hot. It's slick, and tempers are really rising right now.
I tell you what, cowboy, ding, ding, round one coming your way just as soon as this thing's over with. Kind of makes me wish we had some cameras down in the garage as well. Time will tell. As we've got, we're about almost at the halfway point. In fact, when they take the green flag, we'll call it halfway. Brandon Bowie out in front this time, and he did not pit, so he's going to be out there on old tires. Jared Crawford and crew, that's going to be everybody behind him. 4 new shoes and a bucket of oats for everybody as Brandon Bowie gets ready to take the green flag. Jared Crawford up on the outside. Bowie gets a matter of time, cowboy. Devin Hall, Lee Heron, Casey Malone back here in that 3 car. Keep your eye on that Casey Malone machine. He's liable to put that thing up in front and tangle with the leaders as well. The 14 up on the outside coming off of turn 2, heading down the backstretch.
Oh, here comes Ford. Oh, he got a big run off of there. He's looking, he's gonna send it down in there under the 21. 5 is gonna try to follow him through. 21 hits that massive. Oh, there's a wreck in the back. Caution number 6 on the night. We're gonna have to try to locate that for you folks. Looked like someone hit the turn 4 wall. I'm not sure exactly who it was. I'm looking at it right now. It looks like the 16 washed up. Ooh, 15 again into the wall hard. So that's 2 rear end shots for the 16 on the night. That rear end housing can't be too happy.
All right, that's going to be caution number 6 coming out here at Kentucky Speedway, guys. I'm hearing the 15 machine. That's going to be, looks like extensive damage, Mike, on that machine of his. Let's send it on down to Magic Fingers for the E-Wind.
Yeah, JD, we're going to give you a little update here from the second split. You got David K to lead them around. That's not very good. Not very good for Mayhar. Second place, you got Stephen Gilbert, Ryan Ingalls in 3rd spot, and in 4th spot, you got Chris Seymour. 6th spot, Ian Han, and that's your top 5, JD.
All right. All right, and you are watching it live. That's going to be from the second split, cowboy. That's the first done right here live on ETV Live. A live update from the second split race that's taking place right now as we speak. And back over here in the A split, the number 1 split, first split here, whatever you want to call it, top split, cowboy, working caution number 6 here on the track. The 15 car involved in this one, Mike, and looks like a couple others as well.
Yeah, it looks like the Armando Vargas machine, he seems to have had a brake lockup going down in the corner. So to lock up the brakes in these things, he must have packed in there pretty deep to get that tire to slide. But either way, he washed up the track and nailed him in the left rear, sent him around. So that's not good. That's not good for both their nights right there. It's a lot of damage for both of those cars.
All right, I think rather than step away to a commercial, what you're watching right now on the screen, and that has never been done before to our knowledge. So again, ETV Live raising the bar 1 more notch. What you're seeing is a live race happening right now as we speak. That's going to be the second split action. David Cater challenging for the for position here in the points. David Cater sitting at 44 points behind the lead, but it's Brad Mayhar and David Cater that we're watching. Mayhar having his difficulties here at Kentucky tonight, 1 point in back of David Cater. Let's take it on down to Dakota for some more action coming from the second split.
Yeah, guys, Ryan Engel in the number 8 just went past David Cater. David Cater going backwards, looks like here, as Stephen Gilbert in the 2 coming underneath him. Guys, I don't know that David Cater can hold his car up here, guys.
All right, and we'll keep checking back with Dakota as he's covering both races here tonight from the B-Class Racing second split, top split action here live on ETV Live. So right now in the top split, we're working the caution number 6, guys, the 15 car involved in that. Jari Town, I believe that's several times for him, with major damage and an extended pit stop, so they try to straighten out the sheet metal on that car. 52 laps in the books here at the top split. Jared Crawford out in front one more time, Cowboy. Brandon Huey, who did not pit at the last time, stayed out on old tires. Jared Crawford for the pass here just before the caution happened. Devin Hall still hanging out up in front. Casey Malone, who's doing an outstanding job here tonight. Casey started in 10th position, Mike, and has just slowly but surely worked his way forward here at Kentucky tonight.
Hey Casey, I got the pleasure to work with Casey about 3 or 4 months back now, and he's very good at setups, very technical guy, and it looks like he's got that car running real well right now. Definitely the best out of the KPM cars at this point. Uh-oh, we're getting worried that David Cater in the second split just got into an accident. Oh boy, that won't be good for the points.
Well, we're under caution right here at the top split, guys. Let's send it on down to Dakota Irvin standing by with a report from the second split.
Yeah, guys, David Cater was going backwards. I'm not sure what happened there. I believe he might have just tapped the wall, got loose, and came down and collected the car below him. Big pileup, several cars coming out of this looking bad.
Wow.
His car not totaled though. I think he might be able to salvage some points, guys.
All right, and once again, Cowboy, you're watching live on ETV Live. That's the second split action coming to you live, as we're still under caution here on the top split. Friday night showdown here. I keep wanting to call it shootout from an older series we had. But I'll tell you what, ain't no better than ETV Live right here. Another first, setting the bar just another couple of notches higher. Bad boy John Westland, of course, so working his magic down there on the cameras. And I tell you what, 6 or 7 keyboards on the desk down there and half a dozen mice. I tell you what, Cowboy, what a tonight.
That's pretty cool. I've never heard of that being done before, having 2 races going at once. They're definitely the pioneers. They don't call you that for nothing, so that's really a big accomplishment.
You bet. And I'll tell you what, John Westling, this cat never sleeps, dude. And he's always thinking of something. And if it's not in the middle of a broadcast like we're doing now, it'll come at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning when we're just sitting on T's feet yakking. And then it'll be, hey, JD, what about this or what about that? And then off we go. So I'll tell you what, Cowboy, ain't no better. That's why they call him the legend. Being able to push the bar as far as we have here on ETV Live. This is the first time in sim racing broadcasting history, I'm sure, that we've been able to cover 2 races simultaneously with updates coming from the second split. You're watching live on ETV Live.
Yeah, it's really something, and looks like the first split right here is going to go back to green. Jared Crawford leading him down, bringing him down nice and slow this time. He's waiting on it, waiting on it. He's going to go, wow. Oh, you get that 20-watt sleepy. Here comes Malone to the middle. Malone coming up to the middle in that really nice-looking purple car. Oh,
3 wide.
Real sideways, 3 wide. 3 wide into turn 1. Thompson at the bottom. Bowie up top. Malone in the middle. 2 wide. Okay, there they go. They're back 2 wide, JD. It's all safe now.
You bet. A 20 car of Justin Brooks going past the 21 machine. He was actually watching all that 3 wide stuff coming off of turn 2, wondering what's up next, Cowboy. But I'll tell you what, Justin Brooks, he's looking pretty sharp here tonight as he works himself closer and closer to that top 5. And behind him is Lee Heron, 7th position back here in that 14 machine. The 14 had a couple of tangles here in a couple of cautions. But I'll tell you what, the 14 machine, Lee Heron, looking pretty decent here tonight. Still running up here inside the top 10.
Here comes Casey. Look, the 18 again. Is he gonna try to go around him? No, he's not gonna do the outside. Maybe, as Brad Mayhar just fell out of the server. That's more bad luck for him on the night. So that'll lose him more points. That's not good for him. Now up front here we get the 20 underneath the Malone machine. That is for the 4th position. And they're going to battle side by side. 3 is going to get a run through the center, try to carry that momentum off the corner. 20 is going to try to want to clear him right now. He will. 3 is going to let him in. Behind them, they've got Lawton coming back from a little bit of a pit road problem underneath the 14. He's going to slide up. and make that happen. A little bit further back, it looks like Karlovic is trying to challenge the Tabasco machine of Dwayne Vincent. He'll do that. Behind him, you've got Steven in the 19 underneath the 13 of Macklin. They go side by side down the straightaway, and they rush into turn 1. We got a lot of racing going on, JD. We just had that Doucette machine trying to get back up through the field to go past Bowie, too. So Bowie on no tires is already back outside the top 10, so that's not good for him right now.
And then all the way back here in 21st position, guys. And I'll tell you what, you know, you got to give this kid a little bit of credit. It's going to be AJ Hollywood O'Rourke, one of TV Live's biggest fans. You know, a lot of damage right from the get-go. I believe it was lap number 1. Got tangled up in that first caution, but able to get some repairs done. AJ O'Rourke managing to stay on the lead lap here as much as possible. He's 10 seconds behind the leaders up here, so it's just a matter of time. He's a little off pace as far as lap time goes, turning 33.1 to our leaders 31.7. So EJ trying to keep that 21 machine in the game here and at least collect that checkered flag at the end of the night. But back out in front, Jared Crawford building his lead over Devin Hall, 0.7 of a second, Cowboy. But in behind him, they've got Justin Thompson, Casey Malone. Casey moving forward here at Kentucky.
Yeah, Brooks just went back 2 spots, had Malone go by him, and also Lawton now leads looking in the 14. So it looks like his car's falling off a little bit as the run goes on. Now you have a battle back here. Michael Guest on the outside. Rob Ackley on the inside. Here comes Doucette looking 3 wide. No, he's not behind him. You've got the twin Great Clips car, the 21 and the 2. Doucette going to look 3 wide. He's going to look for it. Not going to get there. So he's going to stick behind the 9 right there. Hope that 9 gets a run. He's going to go with him. 6 slides at the track. You get the 22 on the bottom. Slow! Justin Brooks just made a big save right there. Good save by him. The 14 is going to get to the outside of him. 8 stays for the 21. Now it's the 20 and the 14 side by side.
And Brandon Bowie back here in the 21 machine. He's running that top side coming up a turn. Coming up for the 7th time here, guys. Try to roll it backwards here and see what brought that out. And it sounds like Phil During back in the saddle again after an extended absence, guys. But Phil During at 43 laps down here at Kentucky, just trying to get as many points as possible. Finds that banana peel coming off of turn 2. Around he goes, and for one of those e-ticket rides, let's send it on down to John Wilson for the E1.
Yeah, let's see what happens. Phil During, he's been kind of quiet. I believe he had a little bit of damage from one of them earlier cautions here. He goes up on the outside, guys. You can see him losing it slowly. He barely misses the outside wall. Car goes by and misses him clean. I don't think he's going to... Oh, yeah. He's not going to take a whole lot of damage, guys. Just going to lose a lot of tide, a lot of pride, I should say, in a lot.
You bet. All right, and that's going to be caution number 7 here at Kentucky, guys. And you know, Phil During was off for an extended absence. Recently comes back, and you know, Mike looks like he's just kind of out of the groove here a little bit tonight.
Definitely, I remember during a couple, or I believe last season, I think he won the championship. Was it the ETV championship, JD?
I believe it was, if I'm not mistaken, a couple of seasons ago here, one of the Friday Night Live, or possibly Thursday night. I know we were doing a couple of broadcasts here of the B-split races, but I know Phil During was another tough cookie to beat out here. Another, you know, call him Jared Crawford Jr., I guess. But Phil During back in the saddle again. Always good to see him back out on a track. And let's take it to Dakota Ehrman for another update from the B car second split.
Yeah, guys, just went to caution again for a single car spin. Not sure who it was. Going to look back here. I believe it was a 16. We're going Bruno Branco. Don't know him very well. Last caution, Jeffrey Parker, who started on the pole, led several laps, was involved in the crash, upset. His teammate stayed out and is trying to make up ground as he about lost the lead on that restart. Looks like he's going to be able to hang on to it, though, on these old tires, guys. David Cater also, he's running 18th. He's just running at the back of the field. Looks like every time they come down pit road, he's getting service time to fix his car and then just trying to get back out there and make up as many spots as he can.
All right, Dakota Herman monitoring the action coming from the second split race here in iRacing, the B-Class series here on Friday night, Cowboy. And I'll tell you what, you saw it live here first on ETV Live. You covered the second split race here, simultaneously being broadcasted by ETV Live. So I'll tell you what, we need to go away and step away and take a break here. When we come back, more action from Kentucky Speedway, so don't wander off. We'll be right back.
Hey dude, are you ready to rock and roll? If that's cool, then you need to do it over at HD Radio Network. HD Radio Network, 4 stations broadcasting 24/7 with everything from metal favorites to the 80s classic rock like legendary Leonard Skinner, Electric Light Orchestra, Foreigner, and bone-rattling, skull-crushing rock and roll on hard driving radio. And partnered with Nuff World Simulation Gaming, check out the HD Radio Network's Nuff Radio with Bear Factory, Stone Temple Pilots, Def Leppard, and a whole lot more. HDRadioNetwork.com. Take your pick and rock your brains out, dude. MTCO Communications, dude. I'll tell you what, the only place to get your gaming servers, no contract, month to month. Get gaming tonight with Battlefield 2. Hey, Call of Duty. Do it with R-Factor, Arca Sim Racing, dude. I'll tell you what, $49 a month, no better deal anywhere. Remote access, virus filters, remote power cycle, no player limit, no bandwidth, dude. Dedicated servers. Hey, do it tonight. Give them a call, 800-859-6826. All right, we are back live here at Kentucky Speedway. This is going to be the top split that we're broadcasting from here tonight, with reports coming from the second split. Dakota Herman on the pit road monitoring that action, so a double duty for that young man here tonight. But Michael, word has it coming from pit road, Richard Doucette, 2-tire change.
Yeah, he had to get some track position back, and I'm surprised he took 2 tires because that's going to make him looser, theoretically, right? So he was already loose to begin with, and now he's going to have more of a loose condition. So he's really going to have to hold on to that thing, but he's in good company up there. He's got a couple of his teammates starting right behind him, so I'm sure they won't run him over or anything. But we'll have to see here. I don't think he's going to be able to hold the lead like this, but maybe he'll get some sort of positions, you know, on a net gain sort of deal.
Well, it was Brandon Bowie, as you recall, who took no tires here a few cautions ago, opted to stay out. Of course, you know, with lead lap points, points mean everything here in this series, but we saw what happened to him as he immediately started going backwards. Brandon Bowie now restarting here in 12th position in that number 21 machine. So Richard Doucette, he's got one up on him, 2 tires on the right side, so we'll see how long he can stay out in front of Jared Crawford, Jason Carwood, Justin Thompson, Casey Malone. Casey Malone, Cowboy, I'll tell you what, coming back from a pretty good finish at Richmond last week, in second behind Jared Crawford, looking to put the pressure on him as the pace car dives down pit road, and we're off and running here one more time at Kentucky Speedway.
Jared got a great start right there with Doucette, and he's going to just blow by him going into turn 1 along with the 2. Karlovich, Thompson's going to go with him. Oh, he's got him big time.
3 wide coming off.
3 wide
down the backstretch. The 3 on the inside.
Here comes Malone. Here comes the 5. They're going to. There you go.
Contact 8 going around. This is going to be caution number 8 coming our way, Cowboy. The 8 car going around here at Kentucky. Boy, I saw that one coming from a mile away, taking a 3 wide, coming off the turn, and the 8 car just not enough room, and they get tangled up looking for the same real estate. And I believe it's going to be the 5 that tangles with the 8, and then the 8 takes a huge hit from behind from a 20 machine, Justin Brooks. Let's throw it on down to magic fingers for the E-wind on caution number 8.
See if we can pick this up. Almost 4 wide. JD comes to this corner. We know there wasn't enough room. The 5 and the 8 tangle, and I believe that's the 20 machine. He also tangles here, guys. Wow. This race is going south on us quick, and we've had some pretty spectacular races here on Friday night.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that 8 car took one of those e-ticket rides as the looked like all 4 wheels come off the ground, and I'm trying to find out. I think it was somebody. Actually, I think it was just a bounce off the wall. Just took that car, and made it airborne. But the 8 of Richard Doucette, who was hoping for the best with a 2-tire change off that last caution, and now suddenly finds himself in major trouble here at Kentucky with a lot of damage on that car of his. So Richard Doucette tangling with the 20 machine out here at Kentucky, bringing out caution number 8. And I'll tell you, Mike, a tough night here under the lights.
I think everyone came in here expecting this. I mean, there's been nothing short of 10 or so cautions, and about 95% of the races this week. It's just really a shame. I mean, people just take it easy a little bit more. I mean, the 5 went 3 wide in the top, which is perfectly acceptable. But I mean, he just cut right across the 8s right front and just, turned them around. And he just can't do that. And Brooks had nowhere to go, and then he tank slapped it and nailed the wall. So it's just people just not using any patience. You would think after all these weeks now, they've been racing around the same people. You would think they'd know what to do, but it's not been very good tonight. Very surprised at this, actually. I mean, I knew there was going to be cautions, but we're approaching 10 here pretty soon. That's quite a bit.
Yeah, you bet. And I'll tell you what, checking over here in the chat room, William B. Joining us here tonight. Sean, and of course Tim along for the ride. Been here from the get-go. Ronnie Royal in the house. Good to see you along for the ride. Rob Mayhar still hanging out with us. Of course, ETV Batman. He's probably doing a Facebook thing for us here tonight. But you're watching a dual simulcast broadcast here tonight with updates coming from the second split race. We were monitoring David Cater and Brad Mayhar here tonight. They're only 1 point apart in the standings. But let's take it to Dakota Erman for another update from Kentucky Speedway in the split race number 2.
Yeah, guys, we just went green about 5 to 6 laps ago, I believe. David Caterson, 16th, restarted 19th. They're getting some damage fixed on that car. He's moving to the front. The opposite story, that you guys having trouble with the 8. He's having all kinds of trouble. The 8 having no trouble here. He's got a lead here by quite a bit. Ryan Engel. Alex Scribner, who pitted last time, he was the leader. He came down pit road, got 4 tires, went to the back. He's coming to the front, guys.
Alright, and you're watching live right here on ETV Live. This is another first, setting the bar just one more notch, Cowboy, as we bring you coverage from both the top split and second split simultaneously, with updates coming from Dakota Erman, who's not only running up and down pit road here in the top split, but we've also got him set up at a station downstairs so he can monitor action coming from the second split race. Remember, we're talking about Brad Mayhar and David Cater. They come in 2 and 3 in the points here, guys, 44 and 45 points respectively behind Jared Crawford. Both of them having difficulty here at Kentucky. Brad Mayhar having real issues here in the A split. Brad now 28 laps down, Cowboy, here at Kentucky, but still rolling forward, looking for that checkered flag. So live action coming from the top split and second split, seen here first on ETV Live. And I know all you guys over there in the chat room, Ron and Royal, Sean, Tim, everybody over there, tell you what, if you like what you're seeing, yak about it over there in that iRacing forum. Tell everybody that you saw it here live first on ETV Live. I believe this is going to be the first time that you've had a dual broadcast, simultaneous broadcast from 2 split races, and of course doing it live here on ETV.
Yeah, definitely first. Like I said, I never heard of it, so it's cool to be part of a first here in iRacing. I don't get many chances to do that, but that's pretty cool. I wish David would still be up front so we'd have a little bit more to talk about in that second split, but it sounds like he's pretty mired back there with a lot of damage. It's not a very good night for second and third in points. I mean, you got Mayhar 28 laps down in 24th, and then Cater back somewhere in the high teens right now. So if Jared stays like he is right now and doesn't get involved in a wreck, he's going to have a very, very, very big points lead coming out of here tonight.
You bet. And I'll tell you what, sponsored by Gary Mercer Trucking here, Cowboy. This is top split action coming here to you on Friday night Showdown, live on ETV Live. Let's take it to Dakota Herman for another update.
Yeah, guys, just another caution. Ian Hahn spinning by himself. He came in at number 7. This might be an I rating low, taking the lead from Ryan Engel in the 8. David Cater still sitting 15th. He's still trying to move his way to the field.
All right, good job down there, Dakota. And I'll tell you what, real quick, I want to remind everybody who's listening, you want to tune in on July 5th at 7:30 p.m. A very special benefit race being presented by Paint the Yellow Racing. I'll tell you what, Cowboy, you don't want to miss this one at all. Learn about Prader-Willi syndrome and how it affects children. Adults too, but mostly kids. And of course, whenever there's kids involved and we hear about it, of course, we jump on feet. So we're going to have a good time. David, out here at Kentucky, Jared Crawford picking up the green flag one more time. And I'll tell you what, Cowboy, he's got a pile of them on the front seat up here tonight. Jason Carver, Justin Thompson from position up here. Thompson running in 3rd.
Thompson in 3rd. Lawton looking for P4 with Casey Malone. He's going to look low. The 5 around. Oh, there they go. Oh, God. No. No, boy. 9th caution.
Casey Malone into the wall here a little bit, but that is not what brought out the caution, guys, as we circle around here. I'm seeing some, I think it's a 14 machine possibly.
John, you got it?
Yeah, let's send it on that too, John.
Let's see if we can pull this up, see what's happening. The 5 car, I believe, I mean, I'm not quite sure, JD, there are so many cars spinning around. I believe you're going to see this 5 car get wicked loose, going to spin around. I believe that's the 8 car that nailed him after he got loose. 5 car, hard licking the inside wall, guys. He's going to take a lot of damage here. And there's another car up there in front. I can't quite see with the number on him, but he also spun after the fact, guys.
Yeah, a lot of carnage right there. Again, another backstretch incident. This time, just a single car getting a little bit loose and just overcorrected right into the wall. So that's the 9th caution tonight. We still have a little bit less than 30 to go, JD. I don't think we're done yet.
Yeah, you know, and I'm watching. You know, in all that melee, I'm watching the 14 car. This is going to be Lee Heron, guys. So right here where the caution takes place, the 5 dead ahead in front of him. Now, I'm not quite sure what happened to the 14. He's not touched by anybody. He sees the action up in front, jumps on the brakes, gets off the throttle, but he might have a blown engine here, guys. This is going to be Lee Heron in that 14 machine as his car basically goes up in smoke here under this caution. So not quite sure what happened to the 14 and all that melee. All right, and this is going to be caution number 9 here at the at Kentucky Speedway, guys, here with the top split racing. Let's take it down to Dakota Erman for another update from the 2nd split.
Guys, we're getting set to go back green. The 20 car staying out. Stephen Gilbert going to come out first off pit road and second off pit road. His the guy he's been racing with, Ryan Engel. But here's the really odd part. David Cater is now sitting 5th. He was running about 15th or 16th, guys. He said he wasn't very far off the pace, and they're hoping to be able to run up front.
All right, ETV Live monitoring the action here from the 2nd split race. Remember, we're keeping an eye on David Cater and Brad Mayhar.
Katie, I don't want to interrupt you, but it's amazing. They're both under caution at the same time.
yeah, I kind of been watching that. I don't know what's going on here, Cowboy, but we're both under caution at the same time. But right now, why don't we go ahead and step away. We're going to take a very quick commercial break and bring you the action live. You won't miss a thing. We got the E-View thing going on here, so don't wander off, Cowboy. We'll be right back.
Hey dude, are you ready to rock and roll? If that's cool, then you need to do it over at HD Radio Network. HD Radio Network, 4 stations broadcasting 24/7 with everything from metal favorites to the 80s classic rock like legendary Leonard Skinner, Electric Light Orchestra, Foreigner, and bone-rattling, skull-crushing rock and roll on hard driving radio. And partnered with Nuff World Simulation Gaming, check out the HD Radio Network's Nuff Radio with Bear Factory, Stone Temple Pilots, Def Leppard, and a whole lot more. HDRadioNetwork.com. Take your pick and rock your brains out, dude. Hey, JD here with ETV Live, and let me tell you something. If it's too big for the pickup truck and you need to move it, there's only one trucking company you need to call, and don't bother with the Yellow Pages, cowboy. I'll give you that number in a minute. Manufactured goods, automotive, technical equipment, furniture, even if you need a reefer, Gary Mercer Trucking Incorporated is the only choice, cowboy. With locations in Mississauga, Ontario, Canada, Rancho Cucamonga, California, if you need to move it, store it, and keep it cold, you need to call Gary Mercer Trucking Incorporated. Long haul, short haul, or just across town, Gary Mercer has the best trained and qualified drivers to get your load from point A to point B with professionalism and on time. So remember, Hoss, if it don't fit in a pickup truck, you're going to need a real truck, cowboy. Sponsors of ETV Live's Friday Night Showdown, Gary Mercer Trucking Incorporated, 1-800-668-2980. All right, and we are back live here at Kentucky Speedway with the Top Split Racing. Jared Crawford, he's been hanging around up here in front pretty much all night long. I guess that's a given, cowboy. Lights are going to go off on the pace car this time around. Next time around, it'll be 76 laps in the book, so we're getting on the short end of this thing. Jason Carver, Justin Thompson hanging on to a good run up here. Chad Lawton, who worked himself up into the top 5 here. Casey Malone been hanging around just outside and inside the top 5 here. He'll be running 5th on the restart here, but Dakota Ehrman monitoring the action from the second split race here tonight on iRacing, B car split races. And again, we're monitoring David Cater and Brad Mayhar. David Cater running in his second split race here tonight. He is having issues in that race. Brad Mayhar, who sits 1 point behind David Cater in the points here, and the ETV Live points here for the Friday Night Showdown, and Brad Mayhar 28 laps down here in the A split. So lots of action coming your way. You saw it here first on ETV Live.
I'm hearing that Cater just moved into the 4th position in his split, so that's 1 more point he just gained on Mayhar, and 1 more point he's gotten closer to Crawford. So he's still got a little bit of a way to go to get to where Crawford is, because Crawford's leading, but I don't know. There's probably still quite a few laps left in that one too, so he's got time. But right here, we're getting back to green very shortly. One's going to bring him down. He's going to pace him slow. He's going to wait on it. There he goes. 2 gets going with him pretty decent right there. A bunch of wheels spin by the 2 right there. That'll put him back to 2nd. The race right now is for the 4th position. Lawton and Malone. Lawton's going to fall in behind Malone. Side by side for 2nd right here. Here comes Thompson on the bottom of the 2. He's still got some front end damage. They're going to race it side by side down to the corner. A little bit of racing in the back, but this is the best battle right now for 2nd. Here comes Malone looking at the 18-2. He's going to cut across the 18's bumper. Okay. And all right, JD, we're going to complete a lap right here.
Lo and behold, I'll tell you what, cowboy, I'm impressed with Justin Thompson in that number 18 machine. I believe he started back here in 15th position, a little bit, about midway, middle pack on the start of the race here tonight. But Justin Thompson, through a series of pit stops, caution flags, working the numbers here tonight, and has managed to put that machine up inside the top 5, currently running in 3rd. But I'll tell you what, as he puts the challenge, Thompson challenging for 2nd, he's going to get it coming across the stripes here. It's going to be Justin Thompson to 2nd place, putting Jason Carveridge back 1 more notch.
And that'll be Lawton filing in too. Here comes Malone looking at the 2. Okay, they're good. All good. Giving each other a little bit of room down this backstretch. Not too much, not too little. 3's going to be on his quarter panel going down there. He packs it down in there hard. He's going to try to slide up. Not quite clear yet. 2's going to race him hard. 3 loose in the bottom. Here comes the 2 with the run on the top. He's going to sweep out wide right here, miss all those bumps in the bottom. They're going to stay side by side, JD, for at least one more corner.
Tell you what, the 3 car and the 2 car duking it out up here at Cowboy as the laps start winding down here. They come around one more time. It'll be 20 to go here at Kentucky Speedway in the top split. We've got Dakota Ehrman, who's running up down pit road for us here at the top split. He's also covering the action from the B split as well. So Dakota doing double duty down here at Cowboy. I tell you what, ain't no better to have than Dakota Ehrman as he gives us the action from the B split updates from the second split race here in the B car. But out here in the top split, guys, I tell you, it's pretty much single file all the way back. And as these guys start winding down here, take it back down to Phil During, all the way back here in 25th position. Phil returning to racing after a long extended absence, but having a difficult time here at Kentucky. Still got it pointing in the right direction, but he's 42 laps down, so hey, this is just for bragging rights and whatever points that he can manage to get out of this thing, salvage out of Kentucky here tonight.
Yeah, looks like they're single file right now. We're going to throw it down to Dakota.
Yeah, guys, just wanted to give an update right before we go green. The leader had a really bad restart, big wreck, or just I think it was single car, but way in the back of the field. We are under caution again. David Cater sitting in 4th. Alex Scribner, remember, he went way to the back. He's sitting in 6th, looking to make up some spots, guys. This is looking to be a very interesting race here in the second split, back up to the top split.
All right, back up to the top split is Jared Crawford leads the pack. He's about 9/10, let's call it a second, out in front of Justin Thompson. Justin Thompson, who started deep in the middle of the pack here tonight, guys, just working that 18 machine forward. And I tell you, he's doing a heck of a good job of it here tonight. Jared Crawford, checking lap times last time around, 31.918s. Justin Thompson, 32.039s. Actually, let's take that one more time as they just crossed the line when I got those. It's going to be 32.3s for Jared Crawford, 312 to 0.39s for Thompson. So Thompson's coming here, just knocking them off a little bit at a time here, Mike.
You know, let's check it this time because he had Justin Brooks in the bottom, and I don't know what he was doing. I think Crawford, 18 low, okay. All right, he's good, he's good. A little left tap. All right, here we go. Crawford ran an 07, Thompson with an 11, and behind him, Lawton, the fastest out of the 3, with a 99. So Lawton is actually the fastest there. Karlovich behind him with an 06, and they're all battling back here, running 2s and 3s and 4s and so on and so forth.
But I tell you what, tough night here at Kentucky. 9 cautions here tonight, guys, and I didn't come in here expecting to have that many, but then on the other hand, listening to these guys talking, of course, Mike, you've been here before and have run this track, you know it better than I do, so perhaps there are some issues out here, but still, I think there are a few guys out here just a little bit too aggressive for the track here maybe tonight, but all in all, still turn out some pretty good racing. Now, caution is number 10, guys. Caution number 10 coming out here at Kentucky in the top. See if we can cycle around here and figure out who brought this one out. I don't see
that
any,
would be
I think
Mayhar.
it's the 20 car. Justin Brooks. No, I don't know if it was Justin or not.
Nope. And car, JD, turn 4, looped it, and hit the wall. Ooh, ouch.
Oh, Brad Mayhar, guys. We're watching Brad Mayhar and David Cater here tonight. Let's take it to Dakota for an update.
Guys, we went on the restart. David Cater moving down. He had a really bad restart. The guy behind him, Alex Scribner, diving below him. David Cater just came straight down, looks like, across Alex Scribner. Both cars getting a little bit of damage. David Cater getting a lot, though, looks like, guys.
All right. And as we manage our own caution here. Go ahead, John.
JD, it looks like he just Brad Mayhar got tight there and tried to overcorrect it there, got loose. The car's got all kinds of damage. He's having all kinds of handling problems. Hard licking outside wall for Brad Mayhar.
You bet. Brad Mayhar and And that the other car that I thought was involved, but was not involved, I want to make that distinction. I believe that was the 15 or the 20 machine. Actually, I think it was the 20 machine that I had called out. That's going to be Justin Brooks. Justin having his issues here tonight too, and what I had caught was him actually leaving pit road, but the car was crab walking so bad, I think he brought it back down pit road one more time, see if they can't get it fixed. But caution number 10 here at Kentucky, Mike.
Yeah, and this is going to set up a little bit of an interesting thing going on here as we're going to send it down to John.
Yeah, guys, I'm going to pull this back to second split where David Cater gets in a wreck. he had that machine brought all the way back up to second or third spot here, guys. He's going to come in the corner. There's 3 wide, the 16's on the inside, 6 on the bottom. He's just going to come down and nail the 10 car. I think his spotter wasn't doing a very good job here. Puts David Cater in the outside wall.
Hey, JD, we got some pit strategy, buddy. 2 tires for Lawton and Thompson right there. So they're going to be out front of Crawford, at least on the restart anyway, with a little bit less grip on that left side.
You bet. About 13 or so laps here left in the top split here at Kentucky Speedway. 2 tire change. We've seen that before, so we'll see what Justin Thompson can do with that. But I'm hearing on the radio that David Cater may have sustained way too much damage to be able to continue the race. Let's go to Dakota for an update.
Yeah, guys, an upset Alex Gribner being confirmed. His car is okay. He's going to try and stay out at 6, but David Cater putting it behind the wall, taking it straight to the hauler. They're not even going to look at it, guys.
And Brad Mayhar here at the top split, he's running in 23rd position in that number 10 machine with a ton of damage to it. 27 laps down, still on the track. So this may be the points night that Brad Mayhar was looking for tonight, running 1 point behind David Cater. David Cater running in a second split here tonight. And for the first time ever being broadcasted live on ETV Live, simultaneously, live updates coming from the second split. So make sure you tell everybody you saw it here first. Make no mistake.
Definitely, JD. So, yeah, this is, we're going to have like a 10-lap run to the finish here. I don't know, 2 tires really haven't seemed to work all night, but I guess it's worth a try, right? I mean, there's not going to be too many laps to go. If they get a couple of quickie cautions, that'll put Thompson and Lawton in the catbird seat.
Hey, dude, I'm old school. Let's roll the dice and see what happens, Cowboys. So I'll tell you what, we'll see what 2 tires can do. If that's what puts you up in front, then go for it. But Justin Thompson, he's going to be picking up... actually, I don't know if it's Justin. I think I'm going to have to wait and see if my timing catches up with me. I actually am showing Justin Thompson as the leader right now. I don't think he is. All right, I think we may be getting some wave arounds. I think I'm hearing that Justin Thompson is our leader, and that'll put Chad Lawton, Jared Crawford restarting in 3rd for the first time tonight. Jared has started on the pole up here, guys, and has pretty much been either in the 1st or 2nd position, no deeper than 2nd all night long. Jared Crawford will be restarting 3rd. And I believe Jason Cartilage.
Yeah, a lot of wave rounds right there.
We get the wave rounds here, and I believe the lights are off on the pace car here. Justin Thompson, Chad Lott, Jason Cartilage, Jared Crawford starting 4th. My bad on the previous, was waiting for the timing to catch up, but Jared Crawford starting for the first time in the 2nd row back here in 4th, so he's been no deeper than 2nd on restarts here, Mike. So I'll make quick work of the number 2 machine and the 4 machine in front of him.
Dakota.
Let's take it down to pit road with Dakota.
Yeah, guys, one final report right here before we go green here. We are on lap 87, about to take the green. David Cater will finish 19th. There is nobody that can catch him with the amount of laps left. So it's all on where Brad Mayhar finishes. And, you know, Richard Doucette, his car was back in the back, and his car doesn't handle very well, so it could be the same story for Jerry Crawford.
All right, and Brad Mayhar, it may be over there. I think David Cater may have caught him. Brad Mayhar running in 23rd right now as we get set to go green, and Justin Thompson picking it up. And he's already got it and laid it down. We're off racing here at Kentucky Speedway here, guys. Chad Lawton in that number 4 machine. Looks like he got off to a little bit of a slow restart here as Justin Thompson tries to lead on 2 tires. Here comes Terry Crawford around the 4 machine going down on the backstretch into turn number 3. Down Justin Thompson up here in front, and he's already made quick work of Jason Carveridge. So I tell you what, next up, looking at the leader.
If 10 to go at the line, as Jesse James said, he got a phone booth back. Ackley saved it. Another one hitting those banana peels down there, JD, on the apron, but he saved it. There's still almost 3 wide back there. They're trying to wreck. Haven't quite done it yet. There goes the 15. He's saved it, I think. I think he saved it. No caution.
Oh, caution coming out for the 11th time here tonight, guys. See if I can roll it around.
15 did not save it.
15 car bringing this one out here again. I tell you, the 15, Jari Tellen's just been having a night here at Kentucky, guys.
Go.
All right, let's send it on down to Magic Finger for the E-wind.
Hey guys, let's cue this up. Oh, these guys are all getting loose. They're 2-3 wide here, coming down the front stretch. There's a car got loose, the 9 car underneath them here, guys. I'm not sure if that's kind of threw them all off here. The 24 brings his nose in over the 5 car here, and this just checks everybody up. And then the 15, he's just going to lose it here, guys. Gonna slide it down the inside wall. Not going to take a lot of contact. And like you said, Mike Conti, he almost had it saved, and at the last second, wow, she just went right around.
Looked like he just kind of stepped on the gas there at the end and looped it. I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I'm watching this again. I don't think the back end of that car ever touched that inside wall. He did a magnificent job just working that wheel around, trying to keep it off the wall to minimize the body damage on that machine. He's already got enough damage on the back of that thing. He doesn't need any more. But the 15 car, Jarl Tellen bringing out caution number 11 here, and it's is this ESP or what do they call it? There's also a caution in the B class. In the B class, this is the B class in the second split. In the second split as well. So I mean, what is this? ETV Jinx, ESP? What's going on, Dakota?
Well, guys, they went 3 wide on that restart going to turn 1. Alex Scribner on the outside, and the 10, the 16. Of, I believe, Bruno Banco, and then the 23 car, I'm not sure who that was, Cody Evanson, going 3 wide. The 16, the 23 get together. The 10 gets away with it, and the 10's going to sneak away from 6th to 4th on that restart, but we are under caution again, just about the same time you guys are.
All right, I'll tell you what, working the cautions down here. This is number 11 at Kentucky. This is the top split racing right now. I'm going to try to get E.J. Hollywood O'Rourke up on the radio. Of course, I spent a little time with my bookie. He said, hey, put the money on O'Rourke tonight. E.J., this is J.D. and Mike up in the booth. You got us, bud?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, man, takes us back to lap 1. What happened? Set you back there quite a bit.
Well, guys, we're trying to win the race in lap 1. I don't know exactly what happened, but I saw 11 got turned, and I ended up getting into him. Got some motor damage, extra damage, but it's all right now. Hopefully we can get a top 15 to wreck fest like usual. Everyone gets their, egos too high and wrecks everybody, so. But it's all right. I'll come out all right here.
I'll tell you what, you can flip that channel on your inboard DVD TV player down there. First happening on ETV Live tonight. We actually have live simultaneous coverage of the second split race here on ETV Live. So another first, DJ. What do you think about that?
I just heard about that from Brendan Mercer. That's probably one of the coolest things I ever heard. So good luck to my teammates and buddies down there in second split. I know they're probably having a good battle, so I don't know. It should be all right up here. it's going to be hairy. I have about a 5-lap shootout here.
If it makes you feel any better, there's been a lot of cautions in that second split too.
Well, there's been a lot of cautions all week about Conti, so. But,
Oh yeah.
It's a wreck fest, but I'm just having fun, man. I'm just glad to be in the split like this.
Is the track really that bad, or is it the car in the track? What do you think it is, EJ?
I'm not really sure. I didn't get much time on my setup. I got about 2 corners out of it, so. But I was pretty quick. Brandon Bowie, my teammates, running the same setup, and he's running decent with it. So I don't know. Just people sometimes driving over their heads and trying to get every spot, but it's real bumpy, just like real life, obviously. So you know, cars push up and get loose, and not handling as good as they should.
Hey, EJ, I got a whoopee cushion. Would that help you with the bumps?
Yes. Like 2 times the right front.
All right. All right, EJ. I know you got a lot of work to do down there as we get ready to go back to racing here, but good luck, my friend.
Thank you. I want to give a shout out to point.com also.
Of course. EJ Hollywood O'Rourke, I'll tell you what, looking sharp here right at the beginning, but of course on lap 1 gets caught up in the caution. Quite a bit of damage to that number 17 point.com car, but running in a, we'll call it a strong 16th. How's that, Mike? All right, I think Mike's sitting back at the buffet table watching that second go with Dakota. But as we get to wind it down here, 6 to go here in the top split. Justin Thompson managing to hang on to the lead, but hey, look in your rear mirror, cowboy. That number 1 car of Jared Crawford coming for you, but Jason Carvillage, Casey Malone, and Chad Lawton. Casey Malone having an outstanding run here tonight, finishing second last week at Richmond. So Casey Malone looking for a big points night here tonight as well. Now, covering David Cater and Brad Mayhar, we understand from the second split race that David Cater will finish 19th tonight. He was involved in a caution, too much damage on his car, put it up on the hauler, headed for the barn, as we say here on ETV Live. In the meantime, Brad Mayhar, who was sitting 1 point behind David Cater, I believe may also be done for the night, guys. Let's see if we can't get Dakota to confirm that. Brad Mayhar may be finishing somewhere around the 23rd position here in the top split. All right, I think Dakota's doing double duty, working on, we're probably collecting some more information from that second split race, but as we go back to green here at the main event, cowboy, Justin Thompson picking up the flag. Jared Crawford, Casey Malone, Crawford inching closer and closer and closer to that number 18 machine. And I'll tell you what, coming off turn 2, going down the backstretch, Jared Crawford hunting down Justin Thompson. All right, Michael Conti might be having some electrical problems, but we'll cover it for you here anyway, cowboy. I tell you what, Justin Thompson doing a good job trying to hold off Jared Crawford. Crawford looking to the looking for a way around that number 18 machine. Can't seem to find it. Justin Thompson gets a good run coming off of turn 2 down to backstretch as the caution comes out for the 12th time here, and this may end the race, guys. Caution coming out the 11th for the 12th time here at Kentucky Speedway in the top split. I'm looking backwards here to see if I can't figure out who it was. It may be the 8 machine. I'm not quite sure. I'm not sure, John. I'm looking backwards. No, it happened in front of the 8. Oh, somebody took a massive hit to the outside wall. It's going to be the 13 machine, 12th position, John, on lap 97, Brian Macklin. Looks like Brian Macklin gets together with, I want to say, it's going to be the 19 machine of Stephen, and I'm sorry, but I can't say his last name. That 13 takes a massive hit into the outside wall. Let's throw it on down to Magic Fingers for the E-Wine.
And JD, let's see what happens there. The 25's on the inside. Looks like the 25 might drift up a little bit. Make contact with Macklin in the 13. He saves it off that. They're 3 wide behind him. Oh, he just gets the sandwich. Actually, he don't get the sandwich. He's on the outside, but they just all kind of collided as they was 3 wide coming down the front stretch.
Yeah, and it was you know, I saw a car taking a pirouette in the air here, and it was actually the 19 car. I thought it was the 13 when I looked at it the first time. Looking at it one more time, the 19 in the sandwich here gets into the outside wall, gets airborne, and then takes a second strike, goes airborne again, and does the old famous pirouette here at Kentucky. But the 19 car, massive damage. Now let's take it back over to Dakota Airman for another update coming from the second split at Kentucky Speedway.
Hey guys, back under caution again. Not sure what that was all about, but we're under caution again. And we're going to actually bring you back up to the top split. We're going to run through the running order here in just a second.
All right, and I don't know, something strange going on here tonight. Michael Conti, it looks like the second split cautions match for match here, as we have, I believe our race is going to be official. It may be that way as well, too, in the second split, ending under caution as well. So unconfirmed right now, Justin Thompson being shown your leader with Jared Crawford, Casey Malone running second and third. And I believe it is to be official word here from Kentucky Motor Speedway. In the top split action here tonight, Justin Thompson taking the trophy home tonight with Jared Crawford finishing second. Casey Malone with a strong third place finish after starting in the middle of the pack, Mike.
Hey, Jay, got me again, buddy?
I got you now, Mike.
See, that's why I say I hate wireless things, because they say they're supposed to keep it charged, but then they don't, and then you're talking and no one's hearing you, so. Good to be back. We're all back. So Thompson won, that's cool. Crawford second, so looks like Crawford finally got defeated, JD. Now you got to pay that bounty out now that you talked about earlier in the race?
I tell you what, looks like Justin Thompson able to do it on 2 tires tonight. At least he did get a few race laps under his belt on that 2-tire change. But what a night here at Kentucky Speedway. Justin Thompson picking up the trophy here from the top split. Let's send it on over to Dakota Ehrman for another update, maybe our final update from the second split action over there. I understand that they're probably going to finish under caution as well, Dakota.
Yeah, guys, I had an interruption, but I am good now. We are actually under caution again. We are finishing under caution. We are currently on the white flag lap. Your winner of the second split is going to be Stephen Gilbert. Just like we said before, David Cater going to finish 19th. Run to your top 10 here. Ryan Engel in the 8th is going to finish second. Chris Seymour, Alex Scribner, who came from the back earlier. Chrissy Pence is going to finish 5th. And in the 6th position, we're going to have Dylan Landy. 7th, David Comstock. He's a teammate to E.J. O'Rourke, I believe, or Brad Mayhar maybe. And then in 8th, Bruno Branco. And in 9th, Jake Poland. And in 10th, Ryan Packard.
Hey guys, let's see here. These races are going to finish really close. Let's see which race goes across start finish line first.
Here they come in the first set off of 4. 18 followed closely by the 1. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, the pace car in this split is just coming out of turn 4, guys.
Here they come.
Final lap.
It's gonna be close. Here they go. Oh, the one's looking at the 18. Thompson at the
there
line.
it is. All right.
Oh, it's sad. It's real sad.
Yeah. Wow, Justin Thompson, official now as the checker flag does fly in the air. Justin Thompson picking up the trophy here from the top split race here at Kentucky Speedway. Jared Crawford officially finishing in second with Malone in third. So it is official here from the top split. And I tell you what, Cowboy, a night filled with cautions. We did manage to get some pretty cool racing in there. And, of course, another first seen live here and seen first here on ETV Live. Pass it around, Cowboy. A live update from the second split racing live here on ETV Live. And I'll tell you what, what an accomplishment for ETV Live.
Well, we're going to see simultaneous burnouts now. Maybe that'd be pretty cool.
Well, I hate to tell you it, but Steven Gilbert chickened out.
All right, well, Thompson gets all the spotlight then. All right.
All right. Tell you what, we're going to go ahead and step away, take a commercial break, and we'll see who we can gather for a little post-race show here during the ETV Live Friday Night Showdown. Don't wander off, Cowboy. We'll be right back. Hey, JD here with ETV Live, and let me tell you something. If it's too big for the pickup truck and you need to move it, there's only one trucking company you need to call, and don't bother with the Yellow Pages, Cowboy. I'll give you that number in a minute. Manufactured goods, automotive, technical equipment, furniture, even if you need a reefer, Gary Mercer Trucking Incorporated is the only choice, Cowboy. With locations in Mississauga, Ontario, Canada, Rancho Cucamonga, California, if you need to move it, store it, and keep it cold, you need to call Gary Mercer Trucking Incorporated. Long haul, short haul, or just across town, Gary Mercer has the best trained and qualified drivers to get your load from point A to point B with professionalism and on time. So remember, Hoss, if it don't fit in a pickup truck, you're going to need a real truck, Cowboy. Sponsors of ETV Live's Friday Night Showdown, Gary Mercer Trucking Incorporated, 1-800-668-2980. All right, welcome back to Kentucky Speedway under the lights here tonight with the Friday Night Showdown series broadcasted live on ETV Live, setting the bar one more time, Cowboy. You live from the second split race here tonight. But I'm standing down here in Victory Circle with a very happy and proud young man, Justin Thompson, taking that number 18 machine from the middle to the front, Cowboy. Tell us about your race.
Pure luck.
Pure luck. Tell us about how that luck happened.
There at the end, I just got the right cautions at the right time. I didn't know what everybody was going to do, so I took 2 tires at the end there, hoping and praying that I could get a good jump on the restarts and get away from everybody.
We saw Brandon Bowie out there on a no-tire change, stayed out on one of the cautions, and of course he went backwards immediately. I can't remember who it was. Somebody else with a 2-tire change earlier in the race. Didn't look like it was going to work very well. But you took the risk, Cowboy, and I'll tell you what. You started kind of in the middle of the field in 15th position, and you certainly deserve taking a big one home here tonight. And that 2-tire change. I mean, what was going through your mind when you decided to take the risk?
I just wanted to win, hoping it wouldn't get loose out front on 2 tires like they normally do, and just hoping and praying.
All right. I'll tell you what, any shout-out out there you want to give?
Just like to give a shout-out to my sponsors, Skeleton Optics. Great eyewear. You should check them out. Use promo code JThompson for an immediate 20% off of your entire purchase.
Outstanding. Congratulations to the win here tonight, Justin. I'm going to throw it on down pit road. I believe Michael Conti ran down the stairs with that remote microphone. He's standing by with the winner, the third-place winner tonight in that 3 machine, Casey Malone.
Well, it was a good run for Casey tonight. Tell us how you got up to third, Casey.
Well, the car was only good for 4 or 5 laps. Luckily, we only had 46 laps of caution, so I was able to stay up there for most of the race and got lucky there. We had, I think, 3 laps of green before the caution came out and ended the race. So
only 45 laps of caution. You sure that was it?
yeah, I looked at the results and it said 46, I think. So
I mean, what do you think is causing this week? I mean, I know it wasn't just this race. Usually this is the cleanest race of the week, but all of them have been pretty nasty this week. Is it the track, the car, or like a combination of the two?
I don't know. It seems like every time that the series come to Kentucky, it's always 2-hour-long races and caution after caution. I'm not really sure what the deal is. I just know that it happens, or it seems like it does every time we come here.
Well, either way, you're able to keep the fenders clean and get her back in one piece. So good job by you. Anyone you want to thank and give a shout out to on ETV?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Gary Mercer Trucking, gmercer.com. I'd like to thank ETV, and I'd like to thank Brad Mayhar for his help this week.
All right, everyone, that is Casey Malone, your third-place finisher. I'm going to send it down to Dakota, who caught up with Alex Scribner.
Yeah, Alex was in the second split. He finished 4th, but he started 9th. Alex, talk about your race, bud.
It was an interesting race, Dakota. We started mid-pack and just kind of worked my way slowly through the front, and the car started off real loose, and I lost a lot of track position early, and it was a hard fight from there. Lots of cautions. I mean, it's like playing dodgeball out here, just trying to keep the nose clean and have something left at the end. And we did. We finally got up front, and I had got hit on a restart and knocked the toe out on the front, and just had a little too much damage to go for the win. I got it up to second, and it just got real tight out in clean air. But all the guys on the Monster Energy Dark Horse Racing Chevrolet did a real good job, just keeping it in one piece and giving me a car that had a shot at winning early.
All right, I got a really question for you. Do you find it impressive that the top split and the second split both ended under caution about the exact same time?
I'll tell you, these races at Kentucky here have been pretty tough. The track's real slick. The cars don't have a lot of grip, so it really is a driver's racetrack, and you got to be able to wheel the car to be fast. And I mean that shows it right here. I mean, you got about 48 of the top drivers in the nationwide series, and we're all having trouble around this place. So just it was interesting. It definitely was.
All right. Well, is there anybody else you think out there, bud?
I just thank my teammates at Dark Horse Racing, Larry Scott Jr. and Jeffrey Parker, William McCauley for the setup help this week, getting the cars real quick. They were good, and Monster Energy DC Shoes for helping us out, and ETV Live, thanks for putting on this broadcast. Y'all do a great job.
All right. Well, there's your 4th place finisher in the second split. Look for him trying to make the top split next week. JD.
All right, I'll tell you what an outstanding job tonight done by all of our reporters up here. Dakota Ehrman doing double duty, covering some updates, live updates, as first seen here on live TV, ETV Live. But, you know what,
hey,
Michael...
Jenny, wait, let's rewind
what?
here just a little bit. What about me? I had to cover 2 races, run the cameras. I mean, I had to follow all these different drivers. I mean, come on, give me a little credit here.
Well, yeah, okay, and John Westling.
Hold on, I want a drum roll first. Dakota, play the drum.
I'll tell you something, John. Like I said during the broadcast, Michael, John Westling does not sleep. Okay, I mean he lays in bed and dreams about this stuff day in and day out. And of course, tonight, right in the middle of the broadcast, hey, let's give some live updates from the second split. So I'll tell you, working those magic fingers. That's why they call him the legend in sim broadcasting. And we have set the bar incredibly high here at ETV Live, and we just keep pushing. But, you know, 12 cautions here at Kentucky. I don't know what they had over at the second split, Michael, but rough night for sure at Kentucky.
Yeah, it really was. I don't know where we're going next week, but I think anywhere is going to be better than than what we saw tonight. This series is usually very clean. You had a caution-free race at Richmond last week, which is usually a pretty nasty track for wrecks. So I'm sure they'll be able to rebound from this and come back swinging next week.
All right. And big thanks to Gary Mercer Trucking sponsoring the Friday Night Showdown series here live on ETV Live. And before I leave, I need to get this announcement out here as well. We've been doing this all week long. You got to tune in on July 5th, guys. ETV Live proud to announce a very special broadcast airing on Thursday, July 5th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Join us for the Prader-Willi Syndrome charity race sponsored by Paint the Yellow Racing live from Talladega Superspeedway. And let me tell you something. If you have ever been so hungry and only to be told that you can't have anything to eat, tune in for a very special presentation and learn how this life-threatening disease affects 1 in 15,000 children each year. With a purse totaling almost $2,000, please join us on Thursday evening, July 5th, for this very special benefit race live on ETV Live at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. So mark it on your calendar. You do not want to miss this one. So from Kentucky Motor Speedway with Michael Conti, Dakota Ehrman, John the Legend Westling, we'll see you next time on ETV Live.
Thank you.